Okay, hello everybody. This is me speaking to you from beyond the screen. I'm going to be doing some commentary on my Sonic Adventure kind of speed run I did. Now, full disclosure here, number one, I'm playing on the Dreamcast version, which is the only way to play. But I did, because this game has a lot of cutscenes that take a long time, I put in a kind of a Game Shark code to eliminate all the cutscenes, so it's going to actually skip and just get straight to the gameplay. So that's why it was either that or I play on the DX version, which I really didn't want to do. Another thing I'll say is that I know there's a lot of people out there who are just amazing at this game and can do all these high-flying, out of bounds tricks. I'm not one of those people. This is going to be mostly a kind of a no major glitches run. I won't be going out of bounds at all or anything. But anyway, we're already at the first boss. This is Chaos. We're gonna find out what this strange water monster is later. But yeah, you jump on his head when he flashes red, takes 3 hits, and on his last hit he'll jump up on the pole, and you can just hide under the awning and run away from him when he jumps up and get him to jump down instantly. So yeah, skip some cutscenes there. You would see Tails crash his airplane, and then we're already onto the first level, Emerald Coast. And this level can be a little challenging, especially these loop segments here. If you don't hit those loops like straight head on, you have a risk of just falling through the floor. I've heard someone say that it only happens on the DX version, but no, it's on the Dreamcast one too. So again, I'm a little cautious when I go in there. But here we spin dash. There's just a button on the controller for spin dash. It's not, you don't have to like duck and then hold the button down like you can't do on the Genesis version. So you can just hammer on the spin dash button to just build up crazy speed in a short amount of time. So yeah, coming on up, this was, a lot of people probably played this level on the demo, either on Dreamcast or GameCube. I remember playing this on the GameCube. Yep, get the speed shoes, and there's a shortcut there. Almost missed it, but we got through it. And then going on through. Jumping up there. You can skip a little section there by just jumping on that ramp. And then coming up, there's another loop up here that I'm very cautious on because it's a place that's easy to fall off. The loops are very glitchy on here. And then we're going to finish up with a 132. For some reason they always add 10 seconds the first time you beat these levels. I guess it's to account for it, because later on they add the switches, like the classic switches that release the animals. So maybe they're just trying to account for that. But anyway, at the end of this, there's a cutscene where Tails tells you to go to the Mystic Ruins because he has something to show you. So that's where we're going now. This is kind of the meat of the game, these adventure fields. It's something they added for this game to kind of make you feel like you're on an adventure. The problem is, though, is that it's not really a game kind of like Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie or something where you can play levels out of order and then, you kind of have to go back and forth between areas. This is literally just go to the next stage. The game is still very linear. It's really just busy work between levels, but I kind of like that they did that though. I felt like something was missing when they took it out of the second game. But anyway, we're at the boss. We had to walk all the way to the boss. And he's not difficult. First he shoots missiles that just go to your last position, and then he does this, and you can just hammer on the jump button, which does the homing attack, and you just take him out in one cycle like that.
Hey, I'll play
There you
with
go,
you some
that's the
other
boss
time.
down in less than 30 seconds. And so now, the game doesn't really indicate what to do, even if you have the cutscenes on, but you have to go up here and grab this key and bring it down near, next to the waterfall. There's a little cave near the waterfall you have to go to. And the story at this point is really just, you just get a chaos, you're kind of going to different areas and grabbing Chaos Emeralds, and then Robotnik shows up and steals it. And that just repeats several times. So you're not really missing much here. So anyway, here's Windy Valley, the second level. You can go through here, although I kind of didn't do what I wanted to do there. I wanted to spin dash from the bottom there, and then it would end up right here on this area, but I kind of messed it up, so I lost a few seconds. But yeah, these windy parts you have to hold up. There's moments in the games where it gets kind of almost cinematic, where you're like the wind part, for example, or you're on a loop and the camera changes and twists all around. You just hold up on those parts. I was always confused, like, what button should I press at this moment? But no, if you just hold up and Sonic will just go through it. So, yep, going through the springs. Classic Sonic springs. And then on to the final section. This part's fun. You just kind of speed around these tracks. Now I know there's a way to kind of like just jump straight to the bottom here and just pretty much skip this whole area. I didn't do it because number one, I don't know the spot to fall, and also because it's kind of lame. You just kind of drop to the end, and it's very uneventful. So I'm gonna actually play through the level. Flying up high. I used to try to drop down to the lower track there, but I found that it's not actually faster to do that. So we just go through like normal. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Right here, you just hold up and he just goes through like that. On to the end. I can usually get it just under 2 minutes, but I think that little slip up at the start ate up some time. So it's not too bad though. So moving on. This is another part where even if you had cutscenes on, the game doesn't really tell you what to do, but I already know what to do. You go back to Station Square, and there's an upgrade that we're going to get. So we just hop back onto the train, and we're gonna have to go to the sewer. So that's where we're headed. Now the challenge here is that you don't want to get close to the townspeople because the talk button and the spin dash button are the same button. So if you get too close to someone and press the spin dash button, you'll just talk to them, and obviously that wastes time. So this is where we get the light speed dash, and you're going to see what that is right here. You charge it up, and then you can, if there's a trail of rings, you can follow the rings. So we're going to use that a few times. Now we got, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I couldn't get away from this guy. He just kept talking to me about the casino, which is where we have to go next. So it's a little NPC hint there.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins.
So now that we got the lightspeed dash, we can enter the casino because they conveniently put a trail of rings up to the button that opens the casino. Casinopolis, it's called. Now this is arguably the worst level in the game. Like, not even just Sonic's story, like the whole game. Because the object of this level is you have to get 400 rings. And they want you to play these pinball games to get it, which takes a while, and it's really slow. Or you can just fail them and go straight to the sewer, where you can get a whole bunch of rings, but it still sucks, because the sewer part of this is very, it's not a very intuitive level. It's like a punishment for failing the pinball game, so it's just very kind of not great level design, I think. Particularly these parts. There's like a giant fan on the floor that blows you up, and I don't know if it's random or what, but it just kind of like blows you up and down, and So here I got good luck because it let me drop to the bottom, but sometimes it'll just make you stay in the air for a while and you'll just be sitting there floating waiting to come back down. So here they just throw ring boxes at you like crazy. It's kind of like a mercy if you're not good at the pinball, so that you can just get the rings in here. But the thing is that it's actually faster to just get the rings from here, from the sewer. So that's why we're doing that. You can see all these are like 10 rings apiece. Kind of nuts. And I was doing pretty good on rings, so I could afford to skip those boxes down there. So I didn't have to like wait for it to come back down and then get them again. So yeah, just that one. I can come back for it. Now this part is dangerous because you have those spike balls, and if you touch the spike ball, you lose all of your rings, and you can't get them back. So that's just like an instant fail if you get hit. You would have to go fail the pinball game again and come back into the sewer. And I don't know if all the ring boxes even respawn. So this isn't even like a, you know, if I fail it, I can just redo it kind of thing. It's like, if you fail it, it's over, and you have to restart the whole level. Or in this case, it would just be restart the whole run. So anyway, there we go. That's the end. We now have a little over 400 rings. So now we can just go straight to the end. And off we go. So this is the spot. You have to push this button. For some reason on the DX version they changed this into stairs. I don't know why. But yeah, pretty good time. Under 3 minutes.
Yeah, not bad.
Or really under 250, which is, I think, the fastest I've ever done that. So anyway, there would be, after this, there'd be a cutscene where Robotnik again shows up and steals your Chaos Emeralds that you just got. And also you would see a key fall down, and it drops in this alley right here. So you grab this, it's the Ice Stone.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
So obviously we bring it up to the Mystic Ruins, just as the game told us. And then, for some unknown reason, a hole blows open in the cliff there. I was always curious, like, what made that hole? I always thought we would find out in one of the other stories of the characters. But no, it's just a random hole that blows open. If anybody knows, I really want to find out why. It's killing me. But anyway, here's where we use it. It's another key to to unlock Icecap. And Icecap is an interesting level because you can skip almost all of it, and it almost feels like it was designed that way. So we're gonna see here, getting through this opening part. So yeah, we go up here, and then there's like this little cliff here, and you can spin dash off of it and just skip the entire first half of the stage. Like why would they put that there? And then there's another part where you can just dash off the cliff and end up over here. Unfortunately, I messed it up. I have to restart. So that's my first kind of death / restart. But yeah, you can see there's like a bunch of platforming stuff you would do down lower, but you can just skip it, all of it, by just going up here. And it's like not even difficult to do. Anyway, you jump on those panels and that causes the ice to fall down and that door to open. And you just go over here in 35 seconds. And then here's kind of the bulk of the level, the snowboarding section. Now, I always wonder, like, is there a way to go faster on the snowboard? Because I push buttons, I hold the stick different ways, and it just feels like there's nothing to do to really control the speed. The only thing that really controls speed is just staying on the ground, because if you go in the air, you know, like that, it kind of lowers your momentum. So it's almost like staying on the ground builds momentum, and then being up in the air slows you down. I don't know. We'll just snowboard. Just feels like ever since Sonic 3 had a snowboarding level, it's like Sonic is now just like a snowboarding expert. It was like a 10-second thing in Sonic 3. And it's like, okay, every Sonic game has to have a snowboarding section. That's Sonic's like thing now, he snowboards. So yeah, hitting these ramps makes you go faster. Hitting the little boost pad thing obviously also makes you go faster. So just being aware of where those are and getting them. Shortcut here. Yeah, it's just knowing the shortcuts, knowing the best route to get all the ramps and boosts. I don't know what happened there. I hit the jump, but it didn't do the animation for some reason. Anyway, that's gonna be Icecap done.
Yes! Yeah, not bad.
We got the Chaos Emerald. And again, sticking to the theme of Sonic Adventure, you would never know what to do here unless you looked at the guide, I guess, or just wandered around a lot. You go up here to the waterfall and Knuckles is there. And this is just like a character battle. It's not even like there's not even a timer on it. It's just kind of like something to advance the plot and to let you play as Knuckles later on. But now we get to the actual boss, Chaos 4. Now, this can be a very irritating boss, and the reason for it is, it's not even that he's hard, it's just that it takes a while, because you can only hit him when he becomes vulnerable by sticking his head out of the water, and you have to go through these long periods where you just can't even attack the boss. So you can see right here, you just kind of sit there and just wait for him to do his, whatever he's doing. You like that, when he stops and like looks at you and slowly rises up. It's like, okay, I'm ready now. Now you can hit me. So yeah, this boss goes on for like 2 minutes, and then he does this attack. This is a lame attack. He splits into like 4 balls. And it's not even like it's a dangerous boss, because you would think getting in the water or something would be there'd be some kind of penalty for it, but no. You can stand in the water, and I think if you just stand in it too long, it might take your rings away. But I don't know, don't quote me on that. That was weird. I've never really seen him come up through the lily pad like that. It's a little funny. But anyway, one more hit left, and for some reason on his last hit, he always takes forever to pop his head back up. So yeah, TikTok. There you go, finally done. There's nothing you can do to speed it up either. It's just, you're just totally at the mercy of the boss. The boss's AI. So anyway, we skip the cutscenes, but we can't skip these pre-rendered FMV cutscenes, but they're not that long. This is just the part where the egg carrier comes out, and when you get introduced to the egg carrier, so that Robotnik can escape. And then at this point in the story, it's all about just trying to chase the egg carrier. So now we just go up to Tails' workshop, and he's going to get the plane, and we're going to chase the egg carrier. And so now this is basically just a long auto-scroller, just kind of like a flying, shooting type game. and you can kind of see what you do. You lock onto enemies and then shoot them with rockets. And I was going for a high score here, so we'll see how many I can get. Sometimes you can get screwed over because, like, even though you lock onto them and shoot them, the rocket doesn't hit them, and it just kind of circles around them, and then they just fly off the screen. But yeah, I mean, this is just kind of remembering where they come out and getting them when they come up. They first make themselves vulnerable. So yeah, that's it. Blind the viewer there. I just like doing that, staring straight into the sun. That's pretty much all I have to say about this part, so I guess I'll just be silent and let the gameplay unfold.
Way to go, Tails!
Yeah, look at Sonic's model here. Look at that. Look how ridiculous that is. But anyway, that's going to be it for this. You get shot down with this giant cannon here. But don't worry, we'll get our revenge later. And I got 96%. That's not too bad. And so now at this point, this is after the plane has crashed, and what's going on now is that there is a series of cutscenes you would do with Amy, which is why I'm kind of running back and forth here, because you'd have to go around and trigger all these cutscenes. And look at this, going through these doors is such a pain. And the cutscenes they would end up at Twinkle Park here. Amy would get chased in the Twinkle Park by a robot, and we have to go find her. And this is actually a pretty fun level here. Yeah, you've got these bumper cars first off, and it's got a lot of other like fun little like mini game type stuff that you do. Yeah, we're gonna go around the track. And the trick to it is just to try to get all the coins. Not coins, rings. I always call them coins. It's a bad habit. But you get all these rings, and that was BS. How did I lose my rings there? That's ridiculous. And that was the first hit of the game. If I was going for a hitless run, I'd be very angry. But yeah, you just try to collect all the rings, because the more rings you have, the faster you go. So you just want to make sure you maximize it. 99, I think, is the max. I mean, it's not too big of a difference, but it is. You can tell the difference when you play it. Like, I think the ramp at the beginning, if you don't have any rings, you can't even make the ramp. You would just fall into the void. I think we're coming up on the end of this, and then we're gonna have the best music in the game. And right there, you hold left and you can just jump out of there without falling in the hole. And that lets you skip the first half. It doesn't actually skip that much because all it really skips is there's some like bowling things you would do at the start of the level. And that's pretty much all that it skips. And then over here you kind of use those dash jumps on the ramps to kind of boost yourself up like that. And then another dash jump to get up there. So normally you would have to kind of like go all around this castle and, you know, go through some enemies, but you can just boost up it like that.
Yeah, not bad.
So there you go, 2 minutes. So yeah, that was
Twinkle Park.
it's a fun level. It's almost like the carnival level from Glover, if you ever played that, where it's almost like a series of games within a game. You know, it's got a lot of like fairground and kind of mini game type stuff you can do. Anyway, we use that car that appears out of nowhere for no plot reason at all, and we get to go to Speed Highway, which is another pretty fun level. It's pretty cool, I think. Got a lot of high-flying action. And you can run ahead of this elevator and go on the track there, but I wasn't feeling lucky. You know, you go up here. I just missed the speed shoes, but it's okay. It just makes this part right here a little slow. But once you hit those boosts, you go fast. And up here, want to go the top way. And then we get more speed shoes, so it's nice. Actually, I wasn't trying to target that guy, but hey, take it. And yo, through the corkscrew. Now you can't land on this platform and like dash down to the place down there, but I had a run previously that failed that and I fell down and it was embarrassing. So I just didn't bother this time. It doesn't save that much, or it doesn't lose that much time. Anyway, rolling down here, I kind of line myself up with this like brown column on the wall, and that allows me to get in the perfect position to kind of go between these obstacles. And down we go, and then we just go to the last section, which is just, if you're confused about the layout of this place, it's like an S. So yeah, you go down here, and then you can either just loop around this building, or I just take a shortcut and go this way. It's either an S or like a U shape. You have to like go around that building. Anyway, that brings you up to the end of this area. And there we have the capsule.
Yes. Yeah, not bad.
And now we're coming up on the end of the Amy side quest here. What's going on now is the game doesn't tell you where to go, of course, but you have to go to the casino area through the hotel. And then that triggers a cutscene where Sonic sees Amy being taken to the train station.
Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
And so now you have to go up here and go on the train to the Mystic Ruins again. And then once you get there, there's another cutscene where Amy gets beamed onto the egg carrier. And so Sonic has to go this way and eventually, yeah, go that way and then go to Red Mountain, which has opened up now. If you tried to go here before, there'd be a big wall there blocking you. But now it's open, and now you can go out here. Oh, and get this item, which is, I forget what it's called, but it lets you dash. It lets you do the charged up dash into enemies. And it lets you blow up that monkey so that you can enter Red Mountain, which is level 7. And this is the first of the times, or this is the first of the stages where it actually starts to get a little challenging, especially to play like quickly, like I am, because it becomes easy to fall. Like there's a lot of jumps over like gaps and stuff, and also just because the levels start to get really kind of janky and glitchy. Like you can get BS'd and like you can do everything right, but then the game will just like throw you off the edge. Particularly right here, where you have to like home in on enemies right here. Sometimes that homing attack can just not work properly, and you just fall. So yeah, going through here, I think there's some shortcuts I've seen people do on the DX version to beat this part really quickly, but I just found it to be really hard on this version, probably because of the camera. Anyway, right here, you just jump down here, and then that takes you to where the zip line would bring you later on, if it actually went around the whole level there. And then here we have this is kind of like inside the volcano here. You have to race around the inside here while the lava rises up. I think there's a way to kind of dash up to the top early, but I don't know, I couldn't figure it out, so we're just doing this. Because remember, this is a no major skips run. Gotta see all the levels. Yeah, you can see when you get to these platforms, the lava rises up. So yeah, I managed to skip this fire, but I couldn't skip this one, unfortunately, which is unusual, because usually the second one is the one I skip, and the first one's the one I get hurt on. So yeah, getting through that part without getting hit is pretty tough.
Yes. Yeah, not bad.
And that's it, 212. And now there'd be a cutscene here where Tails shows up with a new and improved airplane, and now we're gonna chase the egg carrier again. With a little bit tougher auto-scrolling section. It's got more enemies and things to shoot. And other than that, I don't have much to say about it, so enjoy.
So good.
Hope you know what you're doing.
You bet. Watch this. Transforming now.
Whoa!
Let's do it.
Alright, and in the last section here, it's literally just line yourself up here and just hammer the shoot button. They shoot a big laser at you, and it barely does any damage. And you can see my health bar. It did nothing. But yeah, that's Sky Chase 2 done. 84%. It's so hard to get over 90% on this one. Like, I don't know where I'm losing hits. But anyway, that's it. This is where you land on the egg carrier and you kind of get into the final stretch of the game. There's only a few levels left here. I think next is going to be Sky Chase. After we get through this little transformation sequence. This is also where the this cutscene skip code starts to kind of mess up the game here. So it kind of starts me off down at the lower deck. Usually if there was the cutscene would put me up at the upper deck. But anyway, this is Sky Chase. This is a very rough level. I think I lose at the start. Yeah, but yeah, I have a death there that costs 10 seconds on the in-game time. The good thing is that it was at the start of the level, so it's not even like I really got anywhere. So I don't really mess around too much on this level because it's so easy to fall here. And obviously that would be heartbreaking to lose so much time. You know, when I was running this game, I told myself I'm not really going to sweat the deaths too much because you can have deaths in this game that just aren't your fault. And it's so it happens so easily. But I think I'm pretty satisfied with it in the end though. Right here, I like to go the bottom way here. I don't like climbing that ladder there. I just find it more convenient. But yeah, this part is, you have to kind of go around this big cannon in the middle there by using these catwalks and getting up to the third level. So yeah, on each corner here, I try to go up at least one level until I'm on the third. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can see the end over there. There you launch the cannon and that's it. You just kind of pop in right here for no reason. And this part has a section that can be a little daunting. Right up here. Yeah, so this part, you run along this, and then the bottom will randomly break away, yeah, like that. And you just have to be ready for it to jump up. And then this part right here, this cannon in the middle will randomly shoot in different areas, and you have to use those mounted rockets to launch at it. But here I got it as it was coming back, so yep, that was pretty good. And then this part's interesting because you can skip a lot of it. You can use these ramps to spin dash off of them and get up there, and then right here, once you get to a certain part of this level, the ship will tilt and make you fall back like this, and you have to go press this button. So if you're just in the right place at the right time, you can just get thrown right onto the button. Otherwise, there's a big thing where you'd have to crawl along some monkey bars and then go along some other winding paths. So it's just a matter of being in the right place there. So you can just go straight to the button. But anyway, that's Sky Deck done. And then next, I think, yeah, it puts us down here, and we're gonna go back up to the deck. And then on this point, yeah, we have a character battle with E102 Gamma. And then after this is, I'm actually going to have to quit and restart the game because the cutscene code after that character battle will screw up the camera and cause it to get stuck. So I have to actually quit after it saves and then restart. So that I can reset the camera to where it's supposed to be. So yeah, there we go. And then there's just, you know, some adventure sequences here. You have to go up here, press a button to change the ship back, and then move on to the next boss. So yeah, he's right over here. This is also where you meet Big the cat. He would be in a cutscene here. And it's funny because if you didn't know the context behind Big, it's just like a random character that's there for no reason. So when we play the other characters, we'll see what he's doing here. But yeah, this boss, if you charge up the spin dash attack and then hit him like at a certain angle like that, you can actually do double damage. So you can see his health bar is halfway. Usually you would have to hit him 4 times. But yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, it's a pretty simple boss. You just use those little things that Robotnik drops, and you throw them into his mouth, and that freezes him.
Hey, I'll play with you
And then
some
you
other
just
time.
bash him like that. So yeah, there you go. 33 seconds. Chaos 4. And so now there would be a cutscene where Robotnik flies away in his whatever little craft, and then Sonic chases after him by just jumping off the side of the egg carrier. A little bit of a lack of foresight there, but yeah. And then he falls down here, right in front of this temple. And so this is the next level. It's the, what do they call it? The Lost World? Lost Underworld or something? This is a very dangerous level, though. It's got a lot of opportunities to fall very easily. Yeah, this is very nuts here. Getting through that tunnel without getting hit is next to impossible. We go in here, and then this is the, if you never played this game, this is a moment where you have to, number one, you have to raise the water level with these buttons, to get it. And you also have to open a door by hitting 3 square buttons. So this is just a very tedious section here. And the worst, I can't believe I got hit there. And the worst part about it is that, if you fail at any point, because there's no floor at the bottom of this. If you fall, it's death, and then you have to ride the snake around. But if you fail it, you start the whole thing over, which obviously sucks. You don't want that to happen. So yeah, there's a way to excuse me. There's a way to like go through the door. I've seen other speedrunners do it, but I'm not doing that. So we're just gonna ride the snake around. And this snake, I call this the jank snake, because look, even when it's just standing still, you just slide around on it. It makes me so nervous being on it. So anyway, that's that big room done, and we're not actually even done with the tough stuff yet, because now we have this dark room here, where you can light it up there, and you can do some clever little spin dashes here. You kind of skip sections of it, and for some reason doing that makes it not go dark, because otherwise you'd have to use the mirror. You have to keep using mirrors to make it light again. But if you just skip certain parts of that section there, you can just keep it light. Anyway, down we go. We're through the gauntlet on this level, so the rest of this level is not too bad. Yeah, we go down here, and then there's going to be like a rock chase. You could spin dash and try to go faster here, but the problem is that the rock that chases you, it rubber bands like crazy. So if you go too fast, the rock will just slam into you out of nowhere, and then obviously that's a fail. You can fall when that happens. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of it. We go into this big room here, and this big room is kind of strange because it has a lot of stuff in it, and usually you're supposed to kind of like go and around and do all this kind of loopy stuff, or you can just climb up here and just go straight to like the ending area here if I hit the button. Yeah, you can see all those like other enemies and like wall panels and stuff on the walls that you have to go through.
Yes.
So there you go, that's
not
the end of that
bad.
level. Yeah, a little like flashback sequence there. There would be some cutscenes that would explain it. And I like the way they did it on the Dreamcast version. They actually removed that on the DX version. They just made it kind of like, just like an orange hue and no flashing, which is kind of disappointing. I think the Dreamcast makes it look really like you're in danger there. Maybe that's why they took it out, because maybe it's too scary. But yeah, a little light puzzle there. It's always the same sequence. I almost messed it up, but thankfully I saved it. And final egg, this is the final level, and it's the longest, naturally. Going around those lasers, I play it really safe. I didn't want to just take a hit. Taking a hit just to go through those lasers. And this level has, it has like the worst segments of Sonic's story. Not yet. This part's not too bad. Definitely on his treadmills. Up here, and this is the first of them. There's a sequence here where you have to go on some like moving platforms, and it's really slow. And this is Sonic. I'm supposed to wait. It goes slow. Yeah, this stuff right here. Like, come on. Is this a Sonic game? Please. And I really don't want to fall here, because then I'd have to just do everything all over again. And the only thing worse than having to go through these slow moving platforms is doing it twice. Yeah, here they mix it up by putting these hammers, but the hammers are like really easy to get around. They do hurt you if you touch them though. That's the only downside. There you go, down we go, down the elevator. Now this part coming up, you can actually, there's some platforms you have to jump on. Oh yeah, this was heartbreaking. I hit that girder and it knocked me down, but thankfully I hit the checkpoint by some miracle. But anyway, right here, there's some platforms you would jump down, but you can actually just fall straight down to where they would lead and get in the this little spider elevator here.
Emergency! Emergency!
And go straight on through to the other side. Through this big section. The part's kind of cool. You just go in and there's just a ton of those little crab guys around. Is that a reference to the older Sonic game? Is that supposed to be like the crab guy from the older Sonic games? Oh, and this part is so crappy. You have to use these fans to get blown around, and they're so glitchy. They can just make you fall for no reason. So I play that part really slow so that doesn't happen. Like trying to play it fast, it can be really risky. And like it wouldn't even be like your fault. It's just bad physics on the game's part. And then there's another fan part right here, but thankfully you can skip it by just going on the left wall there. And there we go, we're coming up close to the end of this level. Take out all these guys because we need to do a dash, a light speed dash here.
Yes.
And there you go, final leg done.
Yeah, not
And now all we have left is the El Jefe Final, the final boss. And here he is, Dr. Robotnik, in the Egg Viper. So for this boss, he does the same pattern every time, and he's not really challenging if you know the pattern. When he shoots these lasers, as long as you just run in a circle, he can't hit you.
See if you can.
And yeah, he'll pop out every now and then.
Get a load
But
of
yep.
this.
So I meant to mention this earlier, but differences between this and the DX version. So the DX version, it has 60 FPS, which is the most obvious change. They also improved, I think they improved the physics. Like, some people argue that
You can make it through.
the DX version has worst physics and hit detection. I actually think it's the opposite after having played
Get
through
a
both of
load
them.
this.
Because the Dreamcast version is pretty janky itself. It's not better than the DX version in that regard. And another difference is you actually have analog control of Sonic in this game. For some reason on DX they limited your movement to 8 directions, but here you actually have full analog control. So it's something you wouldn't really notice playing casually, but trying to like speed through both games, it's you can tell.
It's no use. Give up.
But yeah, just waiting for him to do his attack. When he does this thing, I'm pretty careful when I do these homing attacks because sometimes the game can just
Get a load of this.
it can just spit in your face and just throw you into the pit.
Get a load of this.
Like it's always kind of nervous whenever you try to do that homing attack over a pit because sometimes it can just fail on you. If, I don't know, you do it too fast or you just do it at an awkward angle or something, it can just not work. Coming up on the end here, he tries to use these like, spinning blades. All you gotta do is jump whenever you see one of them move backwards. And you'll land on it every time.
He's not gonna get away with this. It's no use. Give up. No way. I can't believe
And there you go. That was the last bit. He's done for, right? Nothing else is happening, right?
Watch out! He's up to something.
What? He's up to something. Oh, that's what he's up to. He's just gonna smash the floor. But anyway, that is it. That is that's Sonic Adventure, the Dreamcast version done. We beat Sonic's story. And the game was, I think the game was really made for Sonic. Like, a lot of the levels were designed for Sonic's movement and his speed and everything. So, what we're going to do next, if you can comment and let me know if you want, but we can play through the rest of the characters, and that is where the real fun begins with Sonic Adventure, is you get to see the game from all the other characters' perspective. And it gets very interesting when that happens. So, I hope you enjoyed this Sonic run. I think the run went pretty well, considering I didn't do any, crazy tricks or anything. I've seen people who can beat levels in like 20 seconds using out-of-bounds tricks and everything. This wasn't really one of those runs. This was more of a layman's speed run, I guess. More of a casual speedrun. So anyway, that's it. Thanks everybody for watching and enjoy the credits.